The barbell bench press is done here on the bench press bench. You have your bar set up at the height that works for you, so set that up beforehand at the height that works for you. You don't want it too high or too low. With your weights on the end, for bench pressing, you never want to have these locks on the end, because unless you're working with a spotter, someone who can catch the bar for you if things go wrong, you never want to put these on, because if you're on your own and things go wrong, as in you work to failure, you're no longer able to lift the bar, for some reason something goes wrong, you don't want to be stuck under the bar. You want to be able to slide the weights off the bar, and if you have them locked, the weights won't go anywhere, they'll stay stuck on you, bad things happen. When you lay down on the bench, you want to make sure that, first of all, the bar is centered on here, so it's easier for you to grab centered. You want to make sure that the bar is above your nose, more or less. If it's by your forehead, it's a bit too far back to grab. If it's lower than that, it's too far here. So try to make sure that the center of it is right above your nose, more or less. Grab it again evenly. You don't want to be lopsided. Keep your core nice and anchored. Grab it, push it up, and then you want to bring it down to the center of your chest. You want to keep your elbows at a neutral angle. You don't want to be flaring it like this or keep them in tucked too tight. You want them at about a halfway point, and then push it straight up. You want to try breathing out, exhaling as you're pushing up, and inhaling as you come down. Bar, and you're good. So with this, unless you have a spotter, someone watching the bar, never go to failure, as in you want to stop, you want to rack the weight when you still feel like you have 1 or 2 reps left. You never want to go to where you're, having to push so hard that you're not sure if you're going to make it to the top, because if you're not sure you're going to make it to the top, if you're on your own, the bar gets stuck on you, and this is why I said you don't want to put the locks on. You want to be able to, when you're down here, you want to be able to push the bar like this to throw it off of you. So when you throw it like this, the weights will slide off, and then you can get rid of the bar easier. When it's lighter like this, you may be able to push it off, but from here to from the bony area here to the bony area of the hip, there's a soft stomach in between where it can get stuck on. It's hard to roll, right? So push the weight off to the side, never lock the ends, otherwise that will become challenging. So if you can, if there is someone else in the gym, you can gladly ask them, hey, can you spot me for a set? Keep an eye on me, make sure everything's good. And then if everything's great, then go on. If you're on your own, like I said, just don't lock the weights and you'll be fine. As long as you don't work all the way to failure, make sure there's still 1 or 2 reps left, then you're good.